Hey, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us today. And I just want to say thank you, everybody, for all of your likes, shares, and subscribers, and all of your comments, and some of the things that we're going to be talking about today. But I really wanted to start out with some of the questions that I've had come to me. And they've asked me, what my status is. Am I single? Am I married? What? But actually, I'm single. And I've been single for a good part of my life, actually over 60 years, and some people say it's because I don't know how to catch a man, but it's actually because I use more of a catch and release program. I'm like the Wildlife Foundation. I catch them, tag them, and then I release them before they can make their mark. And there was this one guy, worked pretty good, but he kept coming back. I shouldn't have used a tag. I should have used a restraining order. Take it away.
With every step I take, I light up the skies, celebrating me. I'm a star shining bright, enjoying all the eye candy under the moonlight. Oh, Cougar-licious, watch me take my stand, grooving to the beat. Come and take my
And we are back again, and we're going to start our episode. Yes. We have got some great comedians here for you today. And but before we get started, again, I want to encourage everybody to like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Doesn't cost you anything, and you'll be reminded all the time when the episodes are aired. Also, I'd like to recognize our sponsor for today's program, and that's Linder Health Skincare. That's right, my skincare. I just love it. It is like healthcare for your skin. Been using it for years. Absolutely my favorite. And if you go on to linderhealth.com/Donna, order some products, you'll get a free gift. It's kind of like saying, Donna sent me. Okay, so let's get started. We are so excited. We have some funny people to listen to today. We have the very funny, sassy sweetheart, Brittany Doss, and we have the sweetheart, sweet-talking guy, just the nicest guy you ever want to meet, Mr. Chris Spring. Mm-hmm. And we're going to start off with saying hello to Brittany.
Hi.
Hello, Brittany.
Hello.
Yes,
Yeah.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's great to have you.
I'm glad to be here.
Yeah,
Thank
you are just one funny lady.
Thank you. You too. Right back at you. Yeah.
Well, with Cougar-licious and everything, it's something that that I think that really women of all ages, at least what I found between 35 and 65, seem to really relate to. Mm-hmm. Stand in your own power. You celebrate the divine diva, mm-hmm. and you enjoy a little eye candy, right? There's nothing wrong with that.
I love
nothing wrong. How long have you been in comedy?
I just celebrated my 1 year.
Well, congratulations.
Yeah, this last week.
Really? Only 1 year? Uh-huh. You are really amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah, you have a very great stage presence.
Thank you.
I mean, I first saw you over at Wise Guys.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I understand you are from California.
Yeah, so I'm originally from like the desert of California, north of LA, middle of nowhere, and lived there most of my childhood. Went to high school in Colorado, and then went back to California, but Northern California.
How did you end up doing all this traveling around here?
My parents have been divorced my entire life, so it was like, you get sick of one, you go to the other, and or they get sick of me, go to the other, and so my dad was in California, and my mom at the time was in Denver, so finished up high school out of there.
You could not have been a challenging child, Brittany.
Are you kidding me? You're joking me, right?
Were you an only child?
For most of my childhood, I was an only child.
Okay.
And then I have a couple of brothers with my mom, and my dad remarried and had some kids, stepkids, and so that kind of shook things up.
But you were the sole child of your parents' marriage.
Yes. And my dad's only biological child. So I'm pretty special.
Oh, you're pretty special.
So special he never wanted to do it again. So,
He broke the mold.
Yeah, one was enough. Yeah.
Do you have any favorite little childhood stories that you might want to share, which made you so special?
Well, I was raised significantly by my dad, and I think that's kind of a huge impact to who I am. And, he's a funny guy, and I played sports as a kid, and I played Barbies, and
What was the best part of advice do you think that your father ever gave you?
well, I make a joke about it, but he would constantly say, "Pay attention." I make the joke about a very real fact. Just all the time, pay attention, which is good advice.
Right.
You need to see your surroundings and stuff. And being aware. I would say that, and then.
How was your father with the boys when they came around to?
Oh, they
start
really
dating?
didn't.
They didn't?
No, I was quite the ugly duckling.
No.
Oh yeah. Big old Coke bottle glasses.
No.
Yeah, kind of goofy. Yeah. Mhm.
I wish we had a picture of that.
There's probably one somewhere on the internet. So yeah.
Somehow I didn't get that picture.
Yeah, no, I did not send that one. No. Yeah, so it was not really something he had to deal with a whole lot. So.
Mhm. So then he sent you off to your mother.
Yep.
In Colorado.
Yeah,
He said-
and then
And how old were you then?
it was the end of 9th grade, so I was about 15.
Oh, that
Yeah.
age.
Yeah. Get
There
out.
was only so much attention he wanted you to pay attention to, and he sent you to your mother.
Yes, go to your mom's. And so I finished up high school out there, and it was cool. My mom was a single mom, so things were kind of strapped, kind of tight, and I had my little brother in the house at that time, so I did a lot of like hands-on help, with my little brother who was 3. And so
Isn't that a big eye opener, though?
yeah, that's why I don't have kids.
I agree.
Yeah,
I
truly.
agree. I totally agree, because I was the same way. I
Yeah.
was an older sibling. Yes, and my mom, had my younger brother. Love you, bro. But I mean, I helped to take care of that baby.
Yes.
And you're
Yeah.
going like, what the?
Yeah,
what
I got
the
the-
hell is this?
I got the trial run, and I will not subscribe. No, thank you. I'm good on that. So
Yeah, yeah, and I think there's a lesson to be learned on that.
Oh yeah, Yeah.
Absolutely.
Changing diapers
Oh.
and potty training, and
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know, so.
yeah, and then the games that you could play too.
Yeah.
I could remember just pushing he was in one of those walkers, but the walkers had wheels. I
Oh,
don't know.
no!
I mean, I'm going back. I'm going back before seatbelts. Okay, there were no
Yeah,
seatbelts
yeah.
for kids in cars
Yeah,
or
just
anything like
launch
that.
'em.
And there was, I did. I used to
Yeah.
launch them. We used to have
Yeah.
races, and we
yeah.
used to have, and we'd have these high porcelain sinks,
Yeah.
and you had this edge, and that wheel, that little walker just would slide right under, right perfect. It's like
Oh,
you're
that's
going
so
under
funny.
a bridge. You go,
Yeah.
okay, let's see if we could do it this way. Whoop! And
That is hilarious. I love it.
did you ever do anything like that?
He didn't. Well, I would paint his toenails and his fingernails and stuff, and and he's like, "Oh, do it," And I'm sure as he got older, he's like, "Oh," he says he had a little too much agency there, So yeah, but no, it was really like it was caregiving and taking care, and I'm just like, let me get out of this house.
So there's quite a few years difference between you.
Yeah,
and you
12, 13, depending on the time of the year.
Yeah. So, but as you get older, they're really fun to have, aren't they?
Oh yeah,
the younger
and,
brothers, the
and
younger
he made me an
siblings.
aunt first out of anybody, and so
nice.
I gotta.
Does he let you
nephew out of
babysit?
No, I don't ask. I don't ask, Donna. I don't ask. I go out once a
know.
year, get to hang out, be the cool aunt. We do fun stuff, and
That's
then
right.
I go home.
That's right. Take
It's
them to
great.
movies, buy them
Exactly.
presents, and then
Yeah.
you leave. You say, "Wow, this is great. Thank you, thank you, thank
Yep.
you. I'm Brittany." Hey, all right. So, so it's really fun to have younger brothers, and you're doing the aunt thing and,
Yep.
and all of that, and so where did you go from Colorado?
So Colorado, I went back to California, Northern California. I lived in Redding, but then I moved to Humboldt County.
So by this time, you weren't going to parents' homes.
No, I finished up with high school, got out of there, went to college, went to a junior college in Redding, transferred over to Humboldt State in Arcata, California, lived there a long, long time, and went to school for a long, long time.
In Humboldt,
Yes.
huh? Yeah, I heard about Humboldt.
Yeah, most people have.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a pretty mellow place, from what I understand.
yeah.
It's very
Yeah, like-
organic. Is that
Very
right?
organic. Yeah, exactly, Donna. Exactly.
That was before
Yeah.
marijuana became legal. And all that.
Well, when I went there, it was right before the turn of it becoming legal. So like medically, it was legal, and but yeah, it was.
What did you study?
I took a lot of different classes, and by the time I was about, I don't know, 5 years into my bachelor's, I was like, what does this turn into? And just tried to make a bachelor's degree out of it. So I got a degree in liberal studies.
Good.
Yeah.
I think that's fantastic, you know, because that,
Something.
who was the guy that was the head of Chrysler years ago? Who said that a good liberal arts degree was the greatest degree to have because it really taught you, can't think of his name now, maybe somebody over there can put it in the comments, but he said because it really helped to develop critical thinking skills.
Oh, okay.
You really, because you see so many different angles and different subjects and all of that, so that it's really not wasted.
I would agree with that.
Yeah, it's not like getting like a philosophy degree and stuff, and you go out, open a little philosophy shop, and just.
Well, I studied a lot of history too, but yeah, if I knew then what I know now, it would have been nursing. So, young people, best return on investment for a bachelor's degree is nursing. Go to school. So,
there's a lot of hospitals, a lot of sick people, and that's always needed. I just never had the stomach for it. Yeah, I could never work in a hospital.
I wasn't very focused.
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't waste time going to school to, fail at something. But I got a degree. It was good,
And one thing also that I see in hospitals that really upset me is that you always have like these hazard waste boxes in the room. So it's like,
well, the sharps container. Yeah, you gotta get rid of it.
I know, but why in the room with a sick person? It's just kind of like that. Always kind of like bothered
just tempted
me.
In case they want to call it quits for good or something. Who knows? Who knows?
So the premise. So all this kind of culminated into your comedy.
Sort of. Yeah, I went to college for a long time, and then I had a pretty major addiction issue. And so after college, I went back to Colorado for a year, and then finally decided, okay, it's time to get sober. And then I moved to Omaha, Nebraska, to get sober.
That's a good place to get sober.
Yeah, and throughout this whole time, my whole since childhood, in my young adult years, I always wanted to do comedy. Like, I've always been drawn to it, and I was just very distracted, with the addiction and then the getting sober and trying to get a life under me and, just like get on top of things. And so when I moved to Vegas in 2020 and, I did all the things that Vegas can do, like hiking and not just, I don't party, I'm totally sober, but really checked out the town, did all the things, hit every trail I could, got into fitness.
I've been here 7 years and I haven't even been to Lake Mead yet.
Oh, well.
I just came to Vegas and started hitting the comedy stages.
Oh,
That
really?
was.
Oh, well, there's so many good trails. Yeah.
Do I look like a hiker? Come on.
There's
An
some good
outdoor
hiking.
girl, I am not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. There's good nightlife too, though. Besides
Great
comedy,
nightlife. No, there really
Yeah.
is. You
Yeah.
can't beat Las Vegas theater. Absolutely love the theater here.
I meant like
oh my
dancing.
God. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you meant what?
Like dancing.
Oh, dancing?
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Lots of dancing available here, too. So,
Yeah.
no, this is definitely the nightlife. The nightlife plays for especially seniors. But anyway. And, of course, now here we have our eye candy for
Yes,
today.
there it
Let's
is.
focus on Mr. Chris Spring. Hello, Chris.
Thank you. Thank you.
No, Chris, you've been around town for quite a while.
I have. I like the way that sounds.
You like that?
I got a car.
Yeah, you do, and a job. I
Yeah, yeah.
understand. Yeah, that's very unique for a comic, don't you think?
Yeah, I got health insurance.
Hey.
Oh, this guy.
He's single, folks.
He's a catch.
I never use it. I work for the government though too, so
Oh yeah,
That's great.
yeah,
That's
for
right.
post office.
That's great
Some people
benefits.
know. I say it a little bit in my comedy, but
Yes, you do.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's and so far I still have a job.
And you're still.
I've been answering all of Elon's texts and emails.
Have you? Oh, does he really? Does he really do that?
I heard it is to my not like my level, but like right above me.
That people have to report
Yeah.
what they're doing?
Yeah, that's what I heard. I mean, it also could be a rumor, but which is rampant in the post office. But
Oh, there's got to be lots of rumors
Oh,
going
yeah.
on. Yes,
Oh, yeah.
about what's happening with it. Because they want to, what, they're talking about privatizing and stuff like that.
and yeah, they're talking about all kinds of privatizing.
But they've
They're-
talked about that for years, though.
for years, yeah.
Yeah.
That's why part of it, like, I like to listen to it because I love gossip, but also like part of me is like, nah, I'll believe it when I see it, you know, that type of deal. So
Yeah.
yeah, but I like it. You know, it lets me do comedy, which is good. You know?
And I like it when you talk about one of your superiors or dating your boss or something. You have some
Oh, yeah,
kind of
yeah, I
something
gotta-
that you talk about. Was that a true story?
It's partly true. I will never say her name. Okay, so like they tell you like never go out with people that you work with.
Right.
I didn't learn that lesson until recently, and yeah, we broke up, and I thought that was it. But it sucks when you have to see the same person every day that you know hates you. So after a while,
Who could hate Chris?
it happens. It happens. It's rare, but it happens.
He is a man.
I am a man. I do dumb things.
Easy
And,
to hate.
and the joke, like I say, she got promoted, which she kind of did, but it wasn't at the level I said it was. So she would always look at me like, "What's this guy doing?" You know?
She was keeping an eye on you.
so
Yeah.
I would always be like, "Oh, yep. It was nice working here."
Yeah, that's the one hard thing, you know. If you do date, you know, within your dating within your work environment,
Make
yeah.
sure she's not smart or he's not smart. You're smarter than them. Just they
But
could get
even
promoted.
then, even then, you don't know. You don't know what they're looking for. You don't know if they're going to be
yeah.
tattletaling on you or.
Oh yeah, she
Yeah.
knows all my secrets too. So
Oh, that's not good, Chris. It's
yeah,
not good.
it's not good.
Not to let the
Oh,
ladies
I
know.
did move out of that facility, so
Oh, so you're not there anymore.
Yeah, I'm
so
not
you
there
don't see
anymore.
her anymore.
No, no.
So that's good. Yeah.
Yeah,
so
that's good.
So your car is safe.
my car is safe
Your
for
car
now.
is safe. Yeah. Yeah.
My poor cars. I've gotten a car stolen. I've gotten a car crash. Like
Really?
oh. I guess I don't have luck with cars and women.
Or
that I
girls.
work
Yeah.
with.
Yeah.
But
So now
yeah.
you're also from California.
Yes, I grew up in Southern California, and a nice little town called Pacoima. You know, where you could hear helicopters and gunshots, and you know, all kinds of stuff that you know actually makes it like my white noise. Like that's how I sleep.
Is
Like,
that right?
Yeah, sometimes.
Is that, you know, yeah, I kind of understand that, you know,
Yeah.
because I, you know,
The
I
chaos.
was, yeah, I was raised in an urban area as well in Connecticut. And there was always sirens and something going on. And then when I was like 12, the parents moved us out to the suburbs and it was quiet.
That's hard to get used to.
There's something wrong. You know, quiet is not good. You know, hearing crickets and chirping, not good. You know, hear a cow in the background, not good.
Yeah,
You know,
grasshoppers. And,
yeah, yeah. So now, did this help fuel your comedy? Do you think? And, I mean, how long have you
definitely
been doing
think so.
comedy?
I've been doing comedy. You know what? I like to say it's been 8 years because I technically counted from when I came to Vegas. But I actually did start in California. The only thing was
But you did. Where in California? In Pacoima? Pacoima? Did I say that right?
not in Pacoima.
Pacoima?
No, they didn't have. I mean, I've done a comedy show in Pacoima, but that's just in someone's backyard because they don't have comedy clubs. They got a lot of liquor stores though, and
And people who laugh.
Yeah, people who laugh.
So there you go. That's your criteria right there. Liquor stores and people who laugh, you're done. You got a perfect audience.
it was just the traditional LA scene. A lot of like, haha cafe, you know, improv, laugh factories. The first time I ever did stand up.
Really?
Yeah,
The Laugh Factory.
Yeah, back then they had an open mic system where you had to wait, and I went with my twin brother, and
Oh, that's right. You have a twin.
That's right.
There's
Well, that's
another
why
one
I-
of him out there.
that's
Taller
yeah.
version.
Yeah.
Foiled
met him?
again.
No, he makes a joke about
Talks
it.
about him in
He's
his act.
too
yeah.
tall.
Yeah.
5'6". Come on, why?
And he doesn't work for the post office, does he?
No, he does. He
He
actually
does?
Yeah, but back in California.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, we followed. That's so funny. They would be like, "Do you guys have ever worked separately?" And to be honest, until post office, no, we haven't. We had the same job.
Wow.
Yeah, ever since we started.
Wow.
Yeah, we started at like Six Flags Magic Mountain.
Oh,
Okay.
that was your first job.
That was our first job.
That's so sick.
Yeah,
dude.
it was so cool. Like we would like I remember you said something about you had like games where you would do stuff with your brother. Like one time I remember I put my brother in like a little hamper type thing, and it's a mountain, right? So
Yeah.
the park's closed.
Yeah.
I push him down the mountain.
No, there's so many hills.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I pushed him
dude.
down, and he went straight into a construction site.
Oh my God.
All you heard was ding. And everyone was looking at us like, oh my God, what's going on? And at that time, we were actually managers. So, yeah, they should have fired us a long time ago. Donna.
And your brother
They should have got rid of
survived.
us. And yeah, he made it.
You know, and that's just it too. You know, when you come from a big family, you learn to survive these things,
Yeah.
or not. You know?
You have a good laugh, that's for sure.
Yeah, yeah,
How
especially
funny.
that Thanksgiving years later. Hey, remember the time I threw you in the construction thing?
I like to bring it up every once in a while, just to keep him humble, you know? Because I'm a good brother, you know?
Yeah. So now, is your brother really taller than you?
Yeah, actually he is.
He is?
He
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
I mean, barely, but, you know.
Yeah.
Depends on what shoes I'm wearing. So-
And it's a fairly big family.
Oh yeah. Well, it's not that. It's probably like a basic 6 boys.
What?
Yeah, 6 boys. So that's nice for my mom.
That's
you know,
Oh my
No
God.
sisters?
no sisters, but sometimes we do make the youngest, and we're like, you're the sister for today.
Did you ever dress him up?
Oh yeah.
You did?
Yeah,
I
sometimes
see. Hey.
we gotta have fun somehow, Donna.
I guess.
boys,
I
that-
guess things. You know, this was growing up in Pacoima.
That's right.
This
Yeah.
is what life was like in Pacoima.
That's right. We can't do all
You have to
pushing
find.
them down a mountain or
Where'd you get the girls' clothes? Your mother?
yeah, wherever we found them.
Where-
You know, this was appointments everywhere.
The neighbors.
The neighbors,
Lordy,
definitely.
Lord.
Yeah.
Lordy Lord. So when did you get to Las Vegas?
About 8 years ago.
Really?
Yeah, I came because I also worked at the post office back there, which is where I left my brother. And then the good thing about the post office is you can go anywhere in the country. And I knew they had a booming comedy scene here, so I was like, that's the place I can get more stage time, and that's what happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So you just went to an open mic at the Laugh Factory.
yeah. Oh yeah. I went to Open Mic Laugh Factory. And this is why I like to say years, because it's actually longer if you take it technically. Because we went on our 21st birthday. Because we had talked about it since we were like 7. I remember being 7 years old, being like, I want to be a stand-up comedian. And my brother's like, me too. What is that?
What is that?
And I remember we got to 18 and we were like, no, it's not right. It's not the right time. And then we're going to turn 21 and we're like, either we're going to do this now or we're never going to do it. So we went and we both had great sets. And
Who were your inspirations?
I loved like the old school. I love like one-liners like Rodney Dangerfield. He's one of my big influences. At that time too, I loved Wendy Liebman.
Oh yeah, Wendy.
Oh,
Friedman, yeah.
her style it spoke to me, and if you kind of look at my comedy, you could see I'm definitely influenced by her.
Yes. Yeah.
And I would say those kind of people.
And what about you, Brittany? Who inspired you? And what really?
Well, I was young during the SNL of the 90s, which I think is arguably the best cast ever of SNL. So, oh my God, so many greats, you know, Chris Farley, David Spade, stuff like that. Adam Sandler, one of my all-time favorites. And then, you know, there was anybody from Mad TV. Oh my God, so many comedians. Yeah. Janine Garofalo, I'd throw her in there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you would see them go launch into different things, into their careers and all
yeah.
of that. Yeah. I used to just love to go to comedy clubs. And I
Yeah.
would go to the clubs and I would just watch and I would say, wow, that is a very brave thing to do right there. To get up there just with that mic in your hand and just
Yeah.
deliver the goods, you know, that's like, whoa. So when I had the time, that's what kind of got me into it as well.
Yeah.
Did you get started in an open mic as well, or
Yeah, Wise Guys Town Square.
Wise
My
Guys? Town Square?
my buddy Kai was going out, and then I was like, oh, I've always wanted to do that. I watched the bucket pull at Town Square. I'm like, I can do that.
And you survived it too, is that because the bucket pull is
yeah.
like death. It's like,
Long night.
And they don't do it anymore.
No,
too.
they
no, I know. Well, but I am hosting tomorrow night down
I know.
at Town
I got on
Square.
the
And
list.
Town
Yeah,
Square.
so you're
I got
on the list? Good,
Yeah,
good,
so it'll be
'cause I'm
nice
gonna
come-
see
are
you
on the
there.
list?
I have to work Arts District.
Okay, but that's a good show. That's a good show.
Yeah.
I'll be doing
So
that.
as you can see, the Wise Guys is kind of like our home, here in Las Vegas. So anybody who's out there who's interested, come on down to Wise Guys. There's one in the Arts District, one in Town Square. There's always something happening there. But anyway, so I would really kind of want to, thank you two, for stopping by and saying hello to everybody here out in podcast land.
Hello.
What I'd like to do is I want to announce something very exciting too. I have a special coming up. Rick, if you could you bring up the store on the website? Yes, as you all know, I have a website, the Cougarlicious website, and we have a store, and we are going to be starting a summer's sweepstakes. And so what you really need to do is you just need to like, share, subscribe, and comment. Okay, you have to place a comment, and anybody who does that will be put into a drawing, and we'll start pulling the names in June. So get started now so you can add as many likes and comments and all of that you could get started now, so you have a lead on that. And when we do our drawings, we'll be giving out certificates to the store that you find on the Cougarlicious website. And as you can see, you have all kinds of things. You have mugs where we spill the tea, we have hats, and we have underwear, we have wine glasses, anything you'd like. So be sure you go ahead and do that. And you know what, that's our show. Gotta say goodbye. Bye.
I take, I light up the skies, celebrating me. I'm a star shining bright, enjoying all the eye candy under the moonlight. Oh, Cougarlicious, watch me take my stand, moving to the beat. Come and take my hand.
Hey gang, Donna Joy here to tell you about our summer sweepstakes starting now. Just hit the like, share, and subscribe button, and be sure to leave a comment. And beginning in June, we'll be drawing names to win special gift certificates at our online store at www.cougarlicious.com. It's a great way to support the channel, and I have much appreciation for all of you. Thank you, and remember to Cougar on.